Hey dudes, in this episode we're going to do some base expansion and planning. We will check out some more improvements to our fortress tower. We'll take a look at a style update for the paths around the base, and let's see if we can't waste 30 levels on a junk pick I'll never use. It's the real Duke, and that's all happening right now. What is going on, dudes? TheeRealDuke coming to you from the Craftage server hosted by Infinite Heights. How's it going? So, you can see there's my new temporary enchanting spot right there. And what is all this mess going on? Do you even recognize it anymore? Ooh, let's take a look. So, I've been doing some work. Obviously, I've been doing some work. And what we're looking at here, this is where the smelting setup was before. Remember last episode I talked about these steps here. There's the paths that kind of loop around there and there on the side. We'll head down there in a second. But you can see here I have these beams coming across, these rafters coming across. You remember these from last episode too, a couple episodes. And then we head up here, and you can see that these beams that are coming across these rafters are actually making the floor for this level. And so we're going to take this and we'll follow this up, and it's going to spiral around. Pretty sweet, right? And then up here there's going to be an overhang in this area where there's nothing right now, but you can see kind of how it's set up here. It's going to just kick out this in this direction. Like if I'm moving backwards, I'm just going to waste some smooth stone here instead of actually building it. Pro move. Anyway, so it's going to head out in that direction where I just blew that smooth stone. Nice. Whatever. Anyway, so it's going to head out in that direction, and then this will be the first regular level, the one that we're on right now. And then the levels will stack going up. Who knows what we'll put on them, but it's going to be sweet. We need a tower, right? It's a castle fortress. There's got to be a tower, so that's going to be the first tower. And kind of you can see we're kicking it out here. Now it's going to make more sense when I show you guys down around the paths that go around here. Let's head down there right now, and then we will get to some building. Gonna get to some building. So these are the paths along the side. Remember, let's go this way. So there was a bump here, and it was kicked up another block tall. So I just was like doot, and down a little bit, and then we come down. I threw some walls up here, right, and then underneath, this is where the jump tube is, and this was directly above. It just shot straight up through there. This is the jump tube to get down to the mine. And this is the ladder to either get back up or get down to where the chickenizer and the cow farmerator. I gotta come up with a new term for the cow thing. But anyway, so right here I think is gonna be our first legit storage room. Does this need to be here? No. Good. We'll take that. Torch. Torch. Probably take these out too. But today is not the day to expand this room here on the inside. Today is the day to expand the base on the outside. So this is going to be our first storage room. I don't know how I'm going to finish the ceiling in here, but I think it's kind of cool how the crafting table's hanging down. Anyway, don't know how I'm going to finish the ceiling in there. We'll have to try some stuff, work it out. I'd like maybe to use some half slabs of quartz, which I will undoubtedly call marble 1,000 times. Anyway, so what in the world is this? You might be asking. Well, this is an expansion of the base. This is where we're going to get some legit farms down. Now, they don't have to be huge because they just need to support me for right now. We don't really have a server market set up, so I'm not really trading with other players yet, but that's coming soon. So we are trying to think ahead. There's a lot of flat space out here. We're going to make a double chest of torches and maybe light this whole thing up. We'll see. We will see how it goes. So here we are down on the path. Like I said, I was gonna maybe knock off the top of this little hill last episode, so we did that, which is pretty sweet. Grew some grass down here. I lost my silk touch pick when I died. Yeah, just the first time I died. Still only one death, not too shabby. Anyway, so we're backing down here. Let me just break this off here so we can run into the base if we need to, in case we're under attack, which we might be. No particular reason, just me being scared. But anyway, so we expanded this down, and this is the standard path kind of language that we have built for the main paths. And so this episode, I want to throw up some of the walls that we have around the base. We're going to throw them up around here. And in this area, it's kind of cool to be down close here. It's kind of some beautiful landscape around here. But in this area over here, future plans, I want to make like a quarter circle that kind of comes out and it hooks around this way. And then I don't know what I'll have in there, but I think it would be cool if there's like a quarter of a sphere, or I guess it would be an eighth of a sphere, kind of domed, maybe primarily glass kind of structure there, like an observatory of some kind. I don't know, but I saw this natural rounded shape here, and I was like, I got to do something with that. But for right now, we need to start walling this action off because it is getting dark post haste. So when I was growing grass down here, it was spreading naturally like grass does. And to connect the grass from here to this side a little bit more quickly, I had it growing around this edge, right? And then I had it race here, start growing here, and then spread in that direction, and then spread again in that direction, and that's what that's about. So let's bust that out because we don't need that anymore. Let's throw some blocks in without dying, if we can. Okay, and just some of these. So I do talk about dying a lot, and I'm afraid to do it. Obviously, I just don't want to lose my equips because they're work. You know, they're work to get. And it's not a competition that we're having on the server either. I'm not trying to die less than other people, but I do want to mention that I have the fewest deaths. So in your face, eat it, everybody. No, just joking. I'm not. It really isn't a competition. We just all for whatever reason. I guess no real reason. I guess maybe other SMP YouTube videos that we've seen. They kind of keep track, and I don't know. You kind of get into the groove, and it. I guess I don't know. I can't really explain it. When you notice it on another series, you feel like it's worth mentioning. And a couple of people, you know, when they see my videos, they ask me if they catch me on the server, or they pop in a TeamSpeak or whatever. They ask me how many times I've died. So I guess I feel like it's something people want me to keep track of. So I'm keeping track of it. I'm just gonna bust these out here because we don't need any help, or to give any help to any mobs to get up here. Little cavey cave. Cool, right? I need some ideas for other projects to expand the base. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of keep going nuts. So if you think of anything, or you know of anything cool that you'd like to see me throw into the base, definitely give me a heads up. So right now, I got to figure out what farms I want here. And I feel like as this ledge over here kind of comes out pretty far, I feel like I should just run this straight along the edge and then carve this out and maybe be able to travel underneath this walkway. Would that be cool? I think it might. Let's finish this up. Let's finish the wall up around here first, and then we'll see what's happening. Actually, I'm going to dump some loot here. I brought a chest and a crafting table, so I'm just going to pop those. Bloop, bloop, and a boop. And I'm going to just dump all this. And stairs. And some cobble. Okay, I'm just going to throw these and this also. This should be equipped, at least close to equipped. Just in case I need to snipe. Alright, so let's double check just to see exactly what language we have set up here so that I can copy it. Okay, so the torch goes on a stone brick block next to the stair. And then it's this deal. So torch, and then going down, it's even. Torch, and then going down, it's even. So obviously, I just dumped everything. Pro move. I'm just racking them up this episode. I'm good. I'm really nice with this. Okay. Let's get some stone brick blocks. Nice. We're going to need some of these. And some more of these. And some of these, I think, but let's just see where this takes us right now. So there, and then going down, it's even like this. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. And then right next to it is, right next to this stone brick is where we will put the torches, which I have. Boom, boom, boom. Is that gonna work out? It's not gonna be for everyone. It's gonna be every other one. because we are going to throw trees in. But let's just leave them there for now. And then if we come around to the side, we can see that makes a lip that will spider-proof the area, which is good. So let's just finish it up on this side. This will take just a second. And then, should we hang off the edge a little bit? Should we take this little dude out right here? I think we're gonna. Oh, what you got? What you got? What you got? Nothing. Oh, I'm just wasting arrows because he's going away. I got you. Oh, nailed him. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Walk into the arrow. Walk into the arrow. There it is. That only took 11 shots. Well, not known for my sniping, I guess. Anyway. Alright, so this is looking good. Time to eat. Delicious. And so it is on everyone next to a stair, so we're carrying it down. So I guess the point I'm trying to get across here is that when we're building these large complex structures, not that this is overly complex yet, but we're going to make a large complex structure, and we're going to make it out of these obviously kind of simpler blocks. But what is actually going to drive the complexity that we're looking for here with the finished build is the repetition of simple patterns. And so if we can kind of see how the patterns are formed here, if you guys can follow along with me when I'm throwing up these patterns, you can kind of see how it's just, just taking some simple good steps being steps that are thought out, steps that make sense, and we're just repeating them. We're just going to keep them going. And if things get weird, or if things get out of place, or things don't start to not make sense, you know what? Just think back to the pattern and get the pattern back. If you think about the pattern, right, and you think of something that you like and that's useful, you can't really make a mistake with it. You really can't. So just kind of head back to the pattern, and then kind of keep referring back to it and use it to your advantage. And that's one of the tips for my Let's Build series. But bringing it through here, and it's something I use all the time because castles kind of can get huge, can kind of get expansive, and when you're looking at them, sometimes the more ornate they are, the more you're just kind of awestruck, and you're just like, wow, that's really incredible. I can't believe, how long must that have taken? But you can see this isn't taking us very long. We have most of this outlined already, and the hard work is really already done, So it's not magic. It is persistence, and you do have to concentrate to make sure that you are actually, following the pattern correctly. So the rest of the pattern for this side is just going to come up like this, and genius. Okay, and then now we're gonna have to break out the wall here and do some figuring out. This is what we're gonna do with that tree, which is a really nice big oak tree, but we're gonna have to move it. Sorry, buddy. Just go down here. Piece of cake. So we're like 3/4 of the way making this done, and that took like 3 or 4 minutes. It's so easy to do. You just got to kind of keep in mind, again, keep focused on what you're trying to achieve. Refer back to the pattern you set. The pattern also part of the visual language you set. So I'm just kind of looking up at those, and I'm thinking, oh, what do we got to do next? Well, let's head over to the chest, and the next step for these would be right over here. Just boop, right? And those go every other one all the way at the side. Now this is going to take a little bit longer because I need to sneak out on the edge, and I'm doing it backwards, and I'm terrified to die, so I would probably do it faster if I wasn't so afraid. But hey, what are you going to do? Again, I'm going to say not dying is a positive thing. So that just continues out. I'm not going to do the whole thing right now. I'll do that off camera. But basically that just kind of kicks up the whole side. And then just to kind of finish part of the pattern down here so you guys understand what I'm talking about, we have a front-facing cobblestone stair and then a back-facing stone brick stair. So let's just grab those real quick, and then we will be done. I guess this is a tutorial. Is it really? I don't know if it's actually a tutorial, but you can kind of see how easily and quickly this goes up. So if I get a lot of progress, what looks like a lot of progress done between episodes, it's not actually that much work. And it's not that I'm trying to say, you know, what I'm building, I don't think what I'm building is good. I'm just trying to say that, you know, it's not necessarily doing great builds or doing decent builds or doing just builds that make you happy with some level of, some modicum of ornateness or detail is not really as hard as people think it is. So what do we do here? It's actually only every other one. Well, basically, if you look at the pattern, this one and this one, every other one, we kick out for a tree, and then we just throw a stone brick stair up, just like that. Now, that's how I built the first one. I threw up the first, when I first figured out how to do how I was going to do the visual language for the walls for these crenellations. I made every single one the same like I just did, and then going back and looking, I was like, it's a little too busy, it's a little too much, let's break it up. So then every other crenellation, I busted it down a little bit, and then that's how we know where the trees go. Now I don't want to do it all the way up the side because again we need to stop and do some thinking to figure out how we're going to start spacing the trees, if we're going to start facing them at the bottom, start placing them rather at the bottom and work our way to the top, or have the top equal and then see how that would end down at the bottom. But that's going to be some thinking and some figuring out, so we will do that later. What else do we want to check out this episode? I know I want to take you up here into the main fortress area again, just real quick, and over the walkways, okay, over these walkways in here and along this pathway down here. What I want to do is suspend somehow across the trees, right, something that is holding a light fixture, so that there's like lanterns at a regular height suspended from above. And so that's what we did. Check this out. What do you guys think of this? Is this cool? Is this something we can do and repeat? What do you think? Let me know what you dudes think, because I really like how this looks. Now what it is, it's just what I just threw in it now was obviously a redstone lamp, and then on top of the redstone lamp, I have just a redstone block, just a block of redstone, and then these kind of details around it to hide it. And then on top there, which I can't really get up without parkouring across the trees, which I'm notoriously bad at. But on top there is just a stone brick half slab, which you can kind of see, just to close it off so we don't have any visible redstone. What do you guys think of that? I don't like using glowstone because you can just plunk glowstone anywhere and that's easy to use, and I don't like the texture for glowstone that much. So if I would use glowstone, then I'd have to cover it with trapdoors or only have the top exposed or something like that. So there would be some more figuring out if it was glowstone blocks. But what do you guys think of that so far? Yes, yay, nay? I don't know. And just imagine that like every other tree, maybe even every tree, right? One there, another one here. Now this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks from the ground. It's on the 5th block above the ground, I guess we should say. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, on the 5th block above the ground. So it would be that way, like do on this one, 5 blocks above here would be another one right in the middle here. And then we would get, obviously, the idea is obviously so we can get rid of these torches, right? And if this doesn't work out, I could just throw these in the ground and I just knock out whatever half slab works out to be flat on flush with the surface, and then I just have them all over the ground, like kind of like what's in the 3-block challenge world. But I want to do a different design because I already did the 3-block challenge world. So if you haven't seen that, just head on to the server at Infinite Heights and just do /3bc and you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. I tried fences before, just wooden fences. I'll try them again if you guys want to see it. But I tried wooden fences and it looked just really complicated. It not complicated, but it was distracting. And I think because the rest of the build is primarily stone. I mean, we have some grass around, but it's primarily stone. So when you look up here and you see stone, and then especially if you're coming in this direction, there's going to be a stone tower there, which we need to figure out a visual language for the tower because I want it to be different than this visual language. But I should also stop ruining my sword. I'm very expressive with my hands today. I don't know, with my video game hands. Anyway. So yeah, so that's what we're working on today, and what we wanted to work on today, what I wanted to show you guys today. And now let's see if we can ruin just waste this pick. It's going to be a nightmare, but keep your fingers crossed. What are we looking for? Envision what you want, and it will be so. So I am looking for a Silk Touch Unbreaking pick, and we get Efficiency 3. Oh my god, what a freaking waste. Let's see, what do we got here? What have we gotten so far from the incredible enchanting table? Efficiency 3, Efficiency 4, Efficiency 3, Unbreaking 3, and Efficiency 3, Unbreaking 3. Now this one and this one were combined from 1 Unbreaking and 1 Efficiency. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the one I lost, plus 7, 8 from the other ones that made these two, from 8 picks, right? The Silk Touch I lost and the Fortune 3 I got from 8 picks. This is all I got. Seriously. Garbage. I mean, at least I know I can use these in the future, and I just need to make some levels with the blaze grinder I have. You know, I'm getting some blaze rods. I've been doing it to it, but like, come on, man. I'm just gonna start enchanting books. And you know what? I think we need to get some villager happening for next episode. Well, I think actually maybe 2 episodes we'll try and get some zombie villager action to happen. I think I'm gonna set up something in a plane somewhere, maybe in that open area over on the other side of the base over here. Yeah, somewhere over here maybe. And we'll just make a little cobblestone stand, and we can stand there, and then mobs will wander to us, and we'll trap them and or kill them and or auto kill them or whatever. We'll see. We'll try and figure something out. But yeah, what we need to do, we really need to focus on, is getting some farms back up. Because really what we're missing right now is wheat, and I don't have wheat, and so I can't breed the cows, and when I run out of cows, I'm going to run out of steak, and nobody likes to run out of steak. So I think that is going to be our priority for next time. And again, they're not going to be large or overly large because they don't need to be. They just need to sustain me and make enough wheat for my beef intake. So I don't think we'll need carrots for a while or potatoes. Maybe... We'll see. Anyway, I think that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you dudes enjoyed watching. Check out my YouTube channel for Let's Builds and Infinite Heights server contest videos. Head over to the Infinite Heights forum at InfiniteHeightsMC.com. Join me, my builds, and the great community of dudes at Infinite Heights. Just hop right on the server at play.infiniteheightsmc.com. As always, dudes, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. TheeRealDuke. I'm out.